Every summer, the same thing happens. The sun climbs. The roof absorbs it. Somewhere inside a house, a thermostat trips a compressor that runs for hours. The electric bill arrives. The cycle repeats. Most people accept this. They upgrade the unit. They add insulation. They seal the windows. And none of it addresses the real problem, which is that the roof, the single largest surface exposed to the sky, is absorbing heat like a cast iron skillet and transferring it straight into the living space below. There is something that changes that. Not the white paint you've already heard about, not the reflective shingles already in the roofing catalog. Something newer. Something that doesn't work the way any coating you've seen before works. Something that, in laboratory conditions, has pushed surfaces to temperatures colder than the air around them, in direct summer sunlight, with no electricity running, and no moving parts of any kind. The material isn't ceramic. It isn't metal. It isn't a coating full of titanium dioxide. It's a polymer. And what it does isn't just reflection. It's something closer to active cooling, without the compressor, without the bill, and without the maintenance window. Before we get to the new material, it's worth understanding why the old ones stop short. Standard cool roof coatings, the kind you can buy at a hardware store, work by reflecting visible sunlight. White pigments scatter incoming light before it gets absorbed. That helps. On a hot day, a white-coated roof runs noticeably cooler than a dark one. The research on that is solid and it has been covered extensively, but here's the limitation that almost nobody mentions. Those coatings still absorb a significant portion of near-infrared radiation, the invisible part of sunlight that carries roughly half of its total energy. The white surface you can see is reflective. The infrared you can't see still gets absorbed, converted to heat, and transferred into the building. That's where the old materials hit their ceiling. You can reflect visible light. You can't fully escape the infrared. And so even a high-performance white coating can only push roof temperatures so far. The new material doesn't work by pigment at all. It works by structure. The material is called a porous polymer coating. The specific compound at the center of the research is polyvinylidene fluoride co-hexafluoropropylene, a polymer that has been fabricated into a hierarchically porous film. The name is a mouthful. The mechanism is elegant. Instead of using white pigment particles to scatter light, this material is engineered with microscopic internal air pockets, pores distributed throughout the polymer at precise scales. When sunlight hits the surface, those pores cause what physicists call multiple scattering. Light bounces through the interior of the material in every direction, losing energy before it can be absorbed. The result is a solar reflectance that approaches 97%, higher than almost any commercially available coating on the market today, without a single UV-absorbing chemical in the formula. Research published in Science documented solar reflectances of 96% and long-wave infrared emittances of 97%, with sub-ambient temperature drops of approximately 6 degrees Celsius and cooling powers of around 96 watts per square meter under direct sunlight. 96 watts per square meter. That is the cooling output of the surface, measured continuously, with no energy input. The roof is not just reflecting, it is actively removing heat, exporting it upward through the atmospheric window and out into space. That phrase, the atmospheric window, is worth pausing on, because it's the part of this story that most explanations skip. The Earth's atmosphere absorbs most of the infrared radiation that surfaces try to emit. Heat leaves a surface, hits the air, gets absorbed, and warms the surroundings. This is why a hot asphalt roof doesn't just stay hot. It warms the air above it, and the room below it, and the neighborhood around it. But there is a gap. Between 8 and 13 micrometers of wavelength, the atmosphere becomes nearly transparent. Infrared radiation emitted in that specific range doesn't get absorbed by air molecules. It passes straight through the atmosphere and radiates out into space, where the effective temperature is approximately minus 270 degrees Celsius. The porous polymer coating emits almost all of its heat directly into that window. The surface isn't warming the air above it. It is bypassing the air entirely and dumping heat into the void of space. That is not a projection from a theoretical model. An independent evaluation found the material to be 11 degrees Celsius cooler than a commercial white cool roof placed side by side in identical outdoor conditions. 11 degrees Celsius is approximately 20 degrees Fahrenheit, a surface that is 20 degrees cooler than the best available commercial coating, sitting directly next to it in the same sunlight. Now, here is where this diverges from everything that has come before it. Traditional cool roof pigments rely on titanium dioxide, and similar compounds to achieve reflectivity. Those compounds degrade. UV radiation slowly breaks down the chemical bonds that make them reflective. A white coating that performs at 85% reflectance on day 1 may be performing at 70% after a few years of outdoor exposure. The maintenance cycle is real, and it's one of the reasons cool roofs have underperformed their theoretical promise in long-term deployments. The porous polymer coating achieves its reflectivity through internal structure, not pigment. The absence of UV-absorbing materials means the traditional limits on solar reflectivity are overcome while simultaneously avoiding glare through diffuse reflection. In 6 months of outdoor trial under harsh Australian sun, the team recorded cooling and water collection data minute by minute and confirmed robust performance with no degradation. No degradation over 6 months of continuous sun exposure. The mechanism that makes it work is physical, not chemical. The pores don't react with UV light. They don't bleach. They don't oxidize, they scatter. And that behavior doesn't change with time the way a pigment does. If you're finding this useful and you want more breakdowns of overlooked science that could actually change how you think about your home and your energy bill, go ahead and subscribe. There's more where this came from. Here is where precision matters, because there is something genuinely new in this story that goes beyond cooling. Researchers at the University of Sydney, working with startup DuPont Innovations, took the porous polymer coating concept and added a second function that no roofing material in history has ever performed. The coating cools the surface below the ambient air temperature. When a surface is cooler than the air around it, water vapor in the atmosphere begins to condense on it, the same process that fogs a bathroom mirror or collects dew on a cold glass on a summer morning. The coating can harvest up to 390 milliliters of water per square meter each day under optimal conditions. In a 6-month outdoor study, dew could be collected over 32% of the year, providing a sustainable and predictable supply of water, even in periods with no rain. 390 milliliters per square meter per day. A standard American home has between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet of roof. At that collection rate, a coated roof in the right climate could collect hundreds of liters of water per week from nothing but air, passively, silently, with no pump, no power, and no pipe running to a municipal supply. A 12-square-meter section of coated roof could meet the daily drinking needs of one person under optimal conditions. This is not a gimmick. It is the same thermodynamic principle that makes dew form on grass every morning, applied to a building surface that has been engineered to be cold enough to trigger condensation even during the day. The roofing industry has not caught up to this yet, not because the research is uncertain. It has been validated in peer-reviewed journals, published in Science, confirmed in outdoor trials in multiple countries. But because the adoption gap between proven science and standard construction practice is measured in decades, not years, the same pattern played out with basic, cool roof coatings. The physics was confirmed in the 1970s. The government labs validated it in the 1990s, and yet most American homes still have dark asphalt shingles that absorb 90% of everything the sun throws at them, every single day, year after year, for decades. Deployed at scale in informal settlements and low-income housing in India alone, passive daytime radiative cooling materials could save 317,000 lives and over 68 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent in cooling-related emissions between now and 2030. Those are not energy efficiency statistics. Those are mortality figures. Heat kills people. And the material that prevents it costs roughly what a can of paint costs to apply. The honest picture looks like this. This specific coating, the porous polymer, the water harvesting film, is not yet on the shelf at your hardware store. It is in the late stages of development and moving toward commercial release. The startup behind it has licensed the technology from the University of Sydney and is scaling manufacturing. The timeline for consumer availability is near-term, not theoretical. What exists today, right now, at your hardware store, is a generation of cool roof coatings that work by the older pigment mechanism. They are better than nothing. They reduce peak cooling loads by 10 to 15%. They extend roof lifespan by reducing thermal stress. The economics justify them on their own. But the ceiling of what pigment-based coatings can achieve is now visible, and something designed to break through that ceiling is nearly here. A spray-on surface that reaches temperatures below the air around it. A coating that reflects 97% of incoming solar energy. A roof that, while it keeps the house below it cool, quietly collects water from the sky and routes it toward whatever vessel is waiting at the edge. No compressor, no electricity, no monthly bill, no moving parts. No degradation measured over 6 months of direct sun. This physics isn't new. Radiative cooling through the atmospheric window has been understood for decades. What's new is the delivery mechanism, a material that achieves near-theoretical performance and applies with a roller or a sprayer the same way any coating does. The complexity is in engineering. The application is in the afternoon. A roof that used to be a liability in summer, absorbing heat, driving up the electric bill, shortening the life of the HVAC below it, can become something different. A surface that refuses the heat, that sends it back to space, that pulls drinking water from thin air while doing it. The science confirmed it. The outdoor trials validated it. The manufacturing is scaling. Sometimes what's missing from the market isn't a breakthrough. It's just the time between the lab and the shelf. That gap is closing. If this changed how you think about what a roof can do, hit like and subscribe. We cover exactly this kind of overlooked science every week. The solutions that work, that cost almost nothing, and that the industry hasn't caught up to yet. Don't miss the next one.